It was a sunny day, perfect for the wedding of Julia and Roberto. The church was beautifully decorated, filled with white and gold flowers. Friends and family packed the pews, eagerly awaiting the magical moment when Julia would say yes to the love of her life. Julia walked down the aisle with a nervous smile, but something in her eyes seemed different. Roberto, the groom, stood at the altar, waiting for her with a beaming smile. As Julia reached the altar, the traditional words of the priest began. Priest, we are gathered here today to celebrate the union of Roberto and Julia in holy matrimony. But before he could finish his sentence, Julia stepped back, leaped with impressive agility, and bam! A perfect flying kick hit Roberto square in the face. He spun in the air, did 4 somersaults, and landed unconscious on the floor, causing absolute silence in the church. Guests, my God, what just happened? Priest, Julia, what is going on? Julia, still catching her breath, lifted the hem of her dress and turned to the audience, her eyes filled with tears and anger. Julia, I never wanted this moment to be like this, but everyone needs to know the truth. Roberto, he cheated on me with my best friend. I found out last night, and even so, I decided to come here and confront him in front of everyone. The guests began murmuring among themselves, shocked by the revelation. Guest 1, I can't believe Roberto would do such a thing. Guest 2, this woman has guts, doesn't she? Roberto, still dazed on the floor, began to get up, struggling. He tried to justify his actions. Roberto, Julia, wait, I can explain. But Julia didn't give him a chance. She grabbed the microphone from the priest's hands and continued. Julia, no, Roberto. Today was supposed to be the happiest day of my life, but you destroyed it. And you know what's worse? I loved you with all my soul, and you threw it all away. But I'm not going to be anyone's victim. I'm strong, and no one will hurt me like this again. The church erupted into applause. Everyone was on their feet, including the priest. Priest, Julia, I shouldn't say this, but you did something that few people have the courage to do. Face the truth and choose dignity. Congratulations. The atmosphere completely changed. Julia, now with a victorious smile, walked to the altar. The priest looked into her eyes, took the microphone from her hand, and unexpectedly declared, Priest, Julia, if no one else values you, I value your strength and courage. If you allow me, I would like to marry you. The entire church was in shock again, and before anyone could say anything, the pastor from another congregation, who was present as a guest, stepped onto the altar. Pastor, since love is in the air, I can officiate this wedding if the couple agrees. Everyone laughed and applauded. Julia, with tears in her eyes, accepted the proposal. Julia, why not? Today is the day to start something new. The pastor conducted the ceremony right there, and everyone present cheered as the priest and Julia said yes. Roberto, still on the floor, watched the scene in disbelief. At the end, Julia raised her bouquet and gave an inspiring speech. Julia, let this story be a lesson to everyone. Self-love always comes first. And so, the day that began as a disaster turned into a celebration of courage and new beginnings. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories. Leave your comment below, letting us know what you thought of this unexpected ending. Red Heart.